this is me. So that's fantastic. But
Yeah.
it's great to know, excuse me, it's great to know that you're taking this information and you're connecting it to the release aspect, the mindset aspect. It's not just about nutrition. Well, eat more vegetables, drink more fruit juices. It's all good, but there's still a connection to the mindset aspect of it to ensure that you get the success that you're seeking. And so when you realize that this was great for you, you connected this to what the other struggles, the others are struggling in their life when it comes to whether it's weight or nutrition. Because a lot of time, a person could be 1 pound, right, 10 pounds, but they still have issues when in regards to nutrition. So
Yeah.
it's a double combination. It's a combination of ensuring success up front, real quickly. Now, you mentioned, and thank you for mentioning, and just a little short history about you said you had fibromyalgia.
Yeah, my diagnosis was early stages of fibromyalgia with
Mm.
really severe chronic fatigue. Chronic pain has always been what I struggle with from, early 20s. And I had, the severe 6 migraines a week type of thing.
Oh,
But the fiber diagnosis came much later on in life when I wasn't able to get out of bed. So it was
wow.
my body really reached because my mission's always been really strong. My career was always important to me. So I did
Mm.
push my body even through all the pain, right? Like I had
Mm.
strategies to get through. And I'm very blessed with an amazing husband that would take me to emergency when I couldn't move and the whole thing for
I
15
mean, are you
years.
saying that you're going to the emergency center
Yeah, so
because
sometimes
you
I had
could
to. Yeah, I had like
you
I
just couldn't.
course. Sorry, go ahead.
No, no, go ahead because I mean, I'm just intrigued that you're saying literally, because a lot of time people are still trying. If they haven't experienced it, they're like, okay, I hear that your body's in pain or you feel, some tingly here and there, but it's not often people like go into detail and sharing the
Mm.
experiences that you're going. You're literally going to the hospital. You have to be taken to the emergency room because you can't move out. You can't move off the bed.
So I had to do it 8 times that he took me to emergency. And then sometimes they would give me muscle relaxants, other times like really strong painkillers. But it was sort of like in my left side and my shoulder, like shoulder neck area, that it was almost like it will freeze. And then I will look like this and I just couldn't
You
move
couldn't
much at
move.
all. And it was such excruciating pain. So those are the times that he would just like drive me to the hospital because we didn't know what else to do.
Wow.
And yeah, and then getting out of bed and stuff wasn't possible just because you need a lot of, like neck strength to get up. So he had to help me with all those very basic things. And I've always
Wow.
been someone like very strong personality. So it was almost like my active mind was trapped into a body that wasn't moving, right? So
Mm.
it was a very humbling time in my life to
Well,
say, yeah.
and to hear your personality, as you said, you're very, assertive to getting your goals done. You're passionate. So it's like this passion over pain struggle that you were going through. Because a lot of times, if we're not careful, we tend to sterilize or marginalize or just, like just superficial information. Oh, fibromyalgia, that we just have this pain here, but people are not understanding. If you did a chart of pain from 0 to 10,
Yeah.
our mind wants to say, oh, it was a pain of 2. But what you're sharing right now is not a pain of, it's a pain of 8, a pain of 9 type of level to the point where you have to be driven to the hospital. So it's important for people to get that picture of understanding. No, this is not a Tylenol type of, pop
Mhm.
a painkiller type of situation. You're literally having life changing moments, and then seeing how you're connecting that to nutrition, because now this is another part of it. Do
Mhm.
you ever feel that it was allergies, and you were having any type of allergic reactions to the certain foods that you were eating that were causing some of this physical manifestation on your body?
So I think what the call it like root cause, more of the symptomatology was more on the autoimmune spectrum. Because I
Mm.
later got, at least from the spinal degeneration that I was diagnosed with, was a form of autoimmune. The thyroid thing I had later on, autoimmune. So it was a little bit more on this autoimmune process, right? Which, the way I see autoimmune nowadays versus before, because a lot of times I think autoimmune is the body attacking itself, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
just couldn't accept that, because I believe the body has all the intelligence that we need for healing. So later I understood that if the body is under, in my case, there's a lot of inflammation and also insane levels of stress, which, also, could be part of that inflammatory process. The autoimmune reactions that I was having is the body trying really hard to course correct, right? But anytime it goes overboard in terms of trying to help itself, it was almost like breaking things down even further for me. So it was when I realized that that was more the sort of
Mm.
root of what I was having, that I was able to, really shift everything and how I saw myself, how I approached things. And if the pain comes, or when it used to come back, now I'm in a much better place. Not looking at it as the problem came back. It's just, okay, the problem
Wow.
is presenting itself. There's another opportunity here to shift something else in myself and continue the peeling those onion layers, like I
Yes.
like to say. Yes.
Because yeah, you not only with the training but the experience, so in the background and the drive to getting to finding this solution, and now here you are, you're sharing it with other women around the world. So that's
Yeah.
fantastic. I love that. And if you could share with me, like for someone who's listening, what
Mhm.
are the first steps that they should pay attention to? Because a lot of times I think, we're superwoman. We do everything. We try to over not, like not think of the pain and like kind of like almost like cover it up. What are some steps as far as for a woman to pay attention to and take cue that, okay, this is something that I may need to get assessed, or to take it to another step of ensuring that I'm taking good care of myself.
Absolutely. So, one of the first things I like to tell people is that our symptoms are not something wrong with the body, or something like health is not the absence of symptoms. Our symptoms are your body trying to talk to you, right? So usually the first step I tell people is to listen to those,
Mm,
to that communication, because
yeah,
it is probably going to be your best friend. And that is
yeah.
for sure the first step I took in my journey. I started to get such a level of awareness with my body, because when you have pain, that pain is a great teacher in that sense. You become
Hmm.
hyper aware of your body, right?
Yes.
Maybe I had a bit of that advantage because that was part of my history. But the more you listen, even if it's, PMS or perimenopausal period issues, or into menopause, sleep issues, whatever that could be, just really listen with a curiosity mindset rather than a self blame mindset. I think it's number
Mm,
one. And I tell women all the time, collect data. Data is not emotional. It's not emotionally, triggered. Just make a little chart and write down this day, this happened, this day, this happened, and gather data. Because sometimes practitioners can look at that data with you and help you identify either if it is the food sensitivity or it's something else, right? So listen to the symptoms, use them as data, and if you can, write it down so that you have a little bit of an
yeah.
objective, thing to look into. As sort of, that was my step one.
So,
My step.
no, that's fantastic you mentioned, because with the like with doctors, it's not like you're gonna be in there for 2 hours.